What's up, guys? A man that does not have the sauce is lost, but the same man can lose his motivation. I'm Carlos Puckerin.
I'm Chris Brookbanks. Welcome to the Scared of Success series. Today we're going to be talking about why your motivation is killing you.
Yeah.
And what you can do
to combat that overthinking that I think the majority of beginners do.
Yeah.
Intermediate definitely does that because you're in that in-between stage.
Yep.
I think advanced struggle a little bit less with this because they know to look for a coach or to do the right things or get the right positive reinforcement.
Get the experience.
You get the experience and you stop and you learn not to let your pride get in the way, and you're definitely okay with doing what you're doing, or not being too worried about what others are thinking or being afraid to ask for help.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think one of the main things that really what makes me think about this is dealing with so many beginner clients right now.
Yeah.
And having them say things like, first of all, a lot of people will see my transformation and they'll go, the first question they'll ask is, how long did it take you?
Yeah, me too.
Right? And I think that's the absolute wrong question. And I want to get people to understand that, I quit a bunch of times before I even started or got it right. And my main problem is that I was saying, how long is this going to take?
Yeah.
And so I would find myself, doing all this research, saying what I was going to do, and then just completely doing the opposite of the things of the research I was doing, and then finding myself demotivated because my expectations were unrealistic for the results that I wanted to receive. And that was I guess the key component of my motivation actually killing my motivation.
Yeah, as soon as I turned off that desired time.
That unrealistic
those
timeline.
expectations.
Yeah.
Those expectations. That's when I really got motivated. I got super motivated and I got determined and consistent, and we'll get into all of that. But before we get started, guys, right now it's still January. We're almost through the month.
Yep.
We got our $9.99 first month. You can come in for $10.
Take advantage of that, guys. That's a small thing that you can do to start your motivation incrementally. Yeah.
Yep. So we're taking we're giving you guys the absolutely cheapest price possible.
And the thing about it is, it's not just cheap; it's valuable.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's not like dollar store cheap where it's going to break. Yeah. It's like value. It's like getting a $50. You know what I mean? Whatever it is at Canadian Tire, it's $50 and you're getting it for $10.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's really, really important to take advantage of things like this when the opportunity arises. Yeah. Because most people will be like, it's too expensive, but I'd be like, man, it was $10 last month. So that'll eliminate some of those excuses.
Guys, make sure you come check us out for the 28-day challenge. We're starting again on February 3rd. Deadline is January 26th. We've seen some really, really good results.
And I think the people in the 28-day challenge actually really realized as well, because a lot of those people their motivation before they got into the 28-day challenge was killing them.
Yeah.
Like, I've been at home, I've only been eating grass and dirt, and I'm not losing any weight. And it's like, you got to get into the proper mindset, and the 28-day challenge can really, really start to help you implement some of the right mindset. Caitlin Lucier sent me a message. It was the 20-day 90 theory. 2190 theory. And it was basically like, look, man, it takes 21 days to create or break a bad habit, and within that same 90-day, 3-month span, not to put too much of a time on it, but you will really, really create a much better habit by that time. So the 2190 theory is something that you guys really need to look up and really, truly understand.
What else we got right now? We've got. So we got hit the link in the description.
Yep.
We're gonna be going live just from YouTube soon.
Yep.
So as soon as we hit that 200 subscriber mark, we're getting there. Then we will only be going live from YouTube. So make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll be doing a giveaway for those 200 people.
Got some t-shirts, some supplements. We'll do a whole nother show.
And give us a call, guys. 519-300-4031. Tell us what motivates you.
Yeah.
And
tell us what motivates you or what kills your motivation.
Yeah.
Because it's just as easily as you can become motivated, you can become unmotivated. And with that being said, I'll jump right in with this one. This was my favorite one. I'm on Elite Daily, and it says, don't obsess, and this is what I said in the beginning, don't obsess with the how or the when. Instead, focus on your why. Yeah. So at the beginning of a new endeavor, your motivation is high and your adrenaline is fueling your actions, right? You're like, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to use 1,000 pounds. And it's never even been in the gym once before, but it's It's all going to happen right now. So it says, however, the initial excitement wears off and it returns to your steady everyday routine. Will you stick it out or even reach the finish line, or will you call it a day after the first day? When a routine becomes bland or everyday life starts to creep back in, remember why you first started on your journey, and remember how amazing you will look and feel in your new body when the time comes and when the consistency kicks in. Remember how the confidence of accomplishing a fitness goal will catapult you into doing great things in other areas in your life, like we always talk about. And remember to and we talk about this all the time, write it down every day. Not you brush your teeth every day, you take a shower every day, hopefully. Write this down every single day too. Get clear on why you want to succeed. Spouse, children, health, long-term health, flexibility, mobility. And with these particular fitness goals, and don't let anything stand in your way. And by doing these things on a regular basis, you'll be consistently motivating yourself and not becoming demotivated.
Yes, I love that. And I like what you said at the beginning about getting into it while you're motivated. And so one of the tricks that I used when I started was, and we talked about this last week on one of the sessions, but getting really, really motivated and really specific for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, just that 5 minutes.
Yeah, as soon as you watch a video and you're motivated, get up, go to the gym. That's it. Just go.
And make the decision right then and there at that time by, like I said, implementing some of that, write this down now.
Yeah.
I have a fit book. I have a 10X planner. I have a 2018 master plan. Like, I have them all over the place. So I have whiteboards hanging up downstairs like in my little office area. So anytime I feel motivated to do anything specific or non-specific, I just get over there and I write that stuff down, and I find that stuff keeps me motivated. It's really, really easy to get demotivated by things that just happen to you throughout the course of your day. You can have a bad day. Your boss can yell at you about something that you really have no control over. Things can start to become overwhelming, and if you don't have a clear-cut vision or a scribed vision, because scribing is really, really so important to actually remembering things. I mean, somebody can tell me, Carl's got an appointment tomorrow at 6. I'll never remember it. But if I write it down, just the action of writing it down in itself will keep me more it'll keep me more accustomed to thinking about what I need to do.
It makes it real when you write it down, right?
Write it down, make
Especially
it real.
in this age of technology where you're typing things on your phone
all the time.
You're never making it real.
And you're typing meaningless things.
Yeah.
So like if you're typing meaningless things all the time and then you type something important, which one's gonna
You can't tell the difference.
Exactly. It gets lost in translation.
But when you're writing things down and you go from that meaningless typing to that writing, it's like a whole new world.
It is.
Right?
It really is.
And I think a lot of people too with the whiteboards, a lot of people don't realize, because having whiteboards up in your house and writing your goals down isn't something that's normal.
It's normal, exactly.
Yeah.
But having a stupid poster up of whatever the WWE character you like.
But as soon as you come home from work and you've had a long day and you see that lose 100 pounds, or you see that if you made a dream board, you put your dream house up on there, your dream car. As soon as you see that motivates you again. And
your reasons why, and then you know, like pros and cons of your day. So like you on a daily basis, nothing should actually be stopping you from actually saying to yourself, like, this is what was good about my day. This is what wasn't the best. And then actually next to those points, giving yourself a reason what you could have done to make those things better throughout the course of your day. So that's actually super duper cool. What do you think? What do you think is stopping people from being motivated, or what do you also think is starting to motivate people?
So I think I like how we broke it down into your motivation can either be great for you or it can kill you.
Yes.
A lot of people especially the beginners, get way too
ahead of themselves.
And want to just go all out and bench 3 plates or deadlift the first day, and they end up either getting way too sore or throwing up or hurting themselves, and then they never come back again.
Well, that demotivates them, right? It's the feeling of being too sore, the feeling of being sick, the feeling of not, liking what they actually did. This is the thing about it for me anyway. I was talking to a client specifically yesterday, and I was telling him how important it was to rest. And in his mind, he was like, if I rest, then I won't lose weight, then I won't, be consistent, then I won't be this, then I won't be that. And so he was listing all the things that he wouldn't be as opposed to what he would be. In control, learning to create a consistent pattern, allowing yourself to rest in a workout regimen is like allowing yourself to rest from a work regimen.
Yeah.
Like if you work all day, say you work 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and then you take that work home with you, you never get a break from work.
No.
You end up actually hating what you're doing. The same thing will actually happen in the gym. If you overwork it, you're not really liking what you're actually doing. You're not used to being sore. You're not used to being out of breath. You're not used to sweating. What are the odds that you're actually going to show up again for another workout? They actually become very, very slim.
Yeah, when you get too comfortable,
Yeah.
that's when you start to slip off.
That's actually really, really important. That's what it
Yeah.
says. The next one is keep an open mind. Fitness isn't a dictatorship. Fitness is a choose your own adventure. So you make the rules. Succeeding in the long term with fitness requires you to have a particular method or a routine that fits your lifestyle.
Yep.
I like my my routines written. I like to know specifically what I'm doing.
Yep.
That makes it a lot more effortless for me. I know I'm going for this machine. I know what intensity I need. Next. Some people like it to be kind of like a guessing game. Like they like to think about what they're going to do while they're just getting into the gym.
Yep.
Some people need to just get themselves an app, just do the small things to get themselves in order. So slow and steady progress only becomes a problem when you're miserable throughout the entire process. Don't be afraid to try various eating or different exercise strategies until you find a routine that feels effortless. And so, like I said, some people will, ask me like, well, I lost 10 pounds last week and now I didn't lose any this week. And it's like your body's changing, you know what I mean? So if you're only motivated by what you're actually seeing come off on the scale, you're gonna be miserable. I mean, you're literally just gonna create this demotivating factor. Yeah.
You need to set your motivation to equal out with your expectations.
Yeah.
So if your expectations are to lose 100 pounds in 3 months, but your motivation only gets you to the gym 3 times a week and on your diet for 5 days a week, it's never going to happen, and that's what's going to kill you, right?
Yeah, and then some people get so kind of caught up in, killing it for 5 days, and then killing it, and then killing those 5 days in 2 days.
Yeah.
Meaning like, they're eating all their meals on time Monday through Friday, they're at work, they work 8 to 10 hours, so it's easy to have, breakfast, a snack, lunch, a snack, and then dinner, and then not do too much nighttime snacking and go to bed and wake up and go to work again. But on Saturday and Sunday, when they don't have to work out, they're not prepared at all whatsoever. And when I look at a lot of my clients' journals, I think that's one of the most disappointing factors, because when you're starting to change your lifestyle, there's not 5 days a week. There's not like 20 days on the calendar and the other ones are just blank, redded out days. Those are real days too. Consistency creates character, and if you really want to create a solid character with a solid foundation, stop, telling yourself that Saturday and Sundays are days for you to be a flop show or to cheat. That you're not cheating anybody else but yourself.
No, those calories still count.
And you're also demotivating yourself that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a huge myth behind motivation.
Yeah.
And people think that people go to the gym all the time are always motivated and they're always super pumped up and they get motivated one time and they find their motivation and then they're just good forever.
No.
That's not how motivation is a very short-lived thing, right?
Very.
And
sometimes I'm not even motivated to take a shower.
Yeah.
I'm you know what I mean? That's how short-lived motivation is. Like I said, you take a shower every day, you brush your teeth every day. Don't think that some days I wake up and I'm not so tired that I'm like, maybe I'll just skip brushing my teeth and stay this far away from people or just chew gum. You know what I mean? Like the reality of it is you have to find your motivation every single time for every single task. When I think about skipping a workout, I think, what will that do to me? Because my workouts are scheduled, like I said, so I know I got rest days coming up, and I say to myself, okay, I'm going to make sure that I make it to this rest day, and then I'll take it from there. So really, motivation is just a string of a bunch of short-term goals.
Exactly, and I think motivation has a core of a few different values, right? Like a routine, a vision, determination, consistency, and a plan. So when you are motivated at the start and you're super, ready to go, you need to set up for all the rest of these things. You need to get motivated and then find your vision, figure out what that is, write it down. Find your
inspiration.
Routine. Find your inspiration.
Because inspiration and motivation are two totally different things.
Completely
when I'm inspired by a weight loss story that I've seen or somebody that had a really, really great success or they found their ability to be consistent, I follow that person. And then I find more people like that and I follow those people. That will take me to the next point. It says, give doubt the cold shoulder and run away from the haters. And I love that part. It says, says, nothing kills your goals faster than a dream crusher or negative people. If your friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, or anyone else is constantly killing your motivation or disrespecting your aspirations, run the hell away from them. We're already our own worst enemies and our own worst critics, with guilt and self-doubt naturally programmed into us, especially when we're trying new endeavors that we're not the most confident in. So the last thing that we need is more haters when life is full of haters. Don't let these kind of people get to you. They just don't want to see you succeed because they'll have no excuse for why they can't get off their asses and also be remarkable, right? Your success and dreams are also much more important than anyone else's opinions. A simple solution is to cut these people out of your life. I literally wrote this morning. I was like, today, find one person that has a negative effect on your life or doesn't do anything positive for you and cut them off. The friends cleanse never ends. A simple solution is to cut these people out of your life. I know it sounds a bit cold, but maybe you should love yourself and value yourself and love your time above anyone or anything else.
We're never going to stop telling you guys this.
Never.
Every single day.
And I'm never going to stop practicing it in my own life.
Yeah.
I have cut so many people off in 2017. My circle got so small, it was like a period. It was like a little decimal point, okay? And honestly, I feel good about it because I feel like my energy is constantly being restored.
Yeah.
But it's like having a computer, and then you have all these unnecessary, or having a phone. You have all these unnecessary apps on your phone. They don't do anything except for drain your battery. They're open half the time for absolutely no reason. So what are they doing? They're taking away from your power supply.
Yeah.
You need to just hold the button down on those and hit the X.
Yeah.
Same thing that you can do with your friends. You know what I mean? It's really probably not the best thing for you, and if they're not doing anything to motivate you, more than likely they're demotivating you without you even realizing, because motivation is subconscious and so is demotivation as well.
Yeah, they're doing something to you.
Yes.
They're either motivating you or demotivating you.
Yeah.
It can't be, there's no in the middle.
Yeah, and the
It's
haters
either one or the other.
A hater can't be a creator.
No.
So if they're hating, they ain't creating. And that means if they're not creating something in your life that's a positive, or something, a positive reinforcement or a positive foundation that they're pouring for you, then you're stepping on quicksand, which will ultimately sink you.
Absolutely.
Next one, stay in your lane. Before you want to accomplish anything in life or even in fitness, you need to have a vision. We talk about this all the time. Actually writing down specifically what it is that you want to be, or where specifically it is that you want to go. If any situation or decision doesn't align with your purpose or your fitness life, don't do it. I mean, to me, it's just that simple. Like, if somebody's like, hey, let's go get chicken wings and let's eat garlic bread until we pass out and play video games and then wake up and, eat McDonald's for breakfast and let's go get one. That doesn't align with your fitness goals. No. That's not specifically where you want to be. But your level of comfort is allowing you to stay in that space, which will never get you to your ultimate success. You see gimmicky fitness products, which we'll do a whole nother show about, that offer promise rapid weight loss in 6 months, 2 months, 3 months. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah.
Like in a 28-day challenge, we're not like lose 100 pounds in 28 days. We're like build new habits in 28 days.
Yeah.
Learn something new in 28 days. Create a pattern or a program for success in these next 28 days, and gain yourself some consistency. The more connected and aligned you are with your vision, the easier it will be to actually show up every day. And I that reigns true for me in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Like I said, I quit so many times in the past. I know that if it lines up, you'll show up every day. Sometimes the reason that you're not succeeding in any particular goal isn't because of the effort. It's because the goal isn't even in alignment with who you are as a person. And a lot of the times we get so distracted by the things that are happening in life, we don't even know who we are. And I think that that's a huge, huge, huge problem. You watch Game of Thrones, you watch Love and Hip Hop, you watch whatever you watch, and you think that you're Cardi B or Harry Potter, and you don't even know who you actually are. And if you spend more time by yourself, loving yourself, and figuring out who you are, you can make better decisions that align with that person that you actually are, and then you can get into that better shape. Because listen, people that are in bad shape, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, have been neglecting themselves. And that's the reality of it. You put your boyfriend first, you put your girlfriend first, you put your car first, you love that car, you know what I mean? You put everything else first, but you're not really happy. And if you sit in a room by yourself, you really start to feel that unhappiness creep in because there's nobody to talk to but yourself.
It's so important too to figure out who you are and really align yourself with the right people, the right mentors, the right inspirations. I for a long time watched a lot of guys on YouTube and aspired to be like people that I had no business aspiring to be like at all. Whether it was the party guy or the gym douchebag or whatever, they just didn't align with who I am. But it was somebody that I wanted to be like, and for that causes so many destructive events to take place in your life. And
I think it causes a lot of confusion.
It does, yeah.
I think it puts you in a space where, you know, you think that rapper is cool, or that actor is cool, or that gym guy is cool, but you don't even know what cool is. Because I mean, like for myself, when I really started to find out who I was, a lot of the things that I actually thought were attractive weren't attractive to me at all whatsoever. As a matter of fact, they were more of a burden and something toxic in my life. So if you can't work out 5 days in a week, stop lying to yourself and cut it back to 3.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of trouble with binge eating in social environments, admit it to yourself, and prepare yourself beforehand by eating a snack at home or bringing a snack with you in Tupperware. It's not illegal to bring Tupperware into a restaurant. It'll just make you look like an outcast, which is really, really good to be an outcast, by the way. Just remember to stay focused, and slow and steady is actually what wins the race. You don't expect to get to the promised land within 5 steps. So if you have trouble staying patient, one of the things that you can do is just small steps. You know what I mean? Every accomplishment, celebrate it. So like a lot of people will spend a long time dwelling on a downfall and a very, very short time. Like, you know what I mean? So you made it to the gym, you had a great workout. You like made it to the gym, had a great workout, but today sucked, man, right? Why are you focusing on how crap the day was when at the end of the day you actually made it to the gym, you got through your workout, you did what you needed to do for yourself, and that was probably the most important thing that you could have accomplished. Excuses come by the dozen, and they're cheap. They're like a penny, and pennies don't even exist anymore, so they're free. But motivation and staying true to what you said. Because one of the things is we tell ourselves a lot of what we're going to do, and then we don't do what we said we were going to do. So how can you feel good about that? If you lie to yourself, you lie to everybody. You know what I mean? Like if you lie to yourself, you lie to everybody. And that's just the reality of it, because a lot of the times you start believing your own lies, and then you fall into the space of becoming demotivated because you said, tomorrow I'm going to kill 45 minutes of cardio. Then you didn't even feel like going. Instead of just saying, tomorrow I'm going to do some cardio. Whether it's 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 12 minutes. When I write my clients' cardio protocols, still got your milk jug, I see Seth said. When I write my clients' cardio protocols, I swear to God, when they're super duper duper beginners, I'm like 8 minutes, 3 days a week, incline walk 3.0, right? Then I'm like, next week, 12 minutes, next week, 14 minutes. And I've had clients ask me, why is it such a little amount of time? And I'm like, because you're going to become motivated by accomplishing 8 minutes. You're going to become demotivated by barely being able to get through 30. You don't even walk up the stairs or take the elevator and escalator any chance you get. You don't walk. So when I start getting you to walk and you start realizing how hard it is for you to walk, I don't want you to become demotivated by me setting the bar way too high and then you falling under it.
And I love what you said about people always picking at the negative, right? I remember I was watching this video, and there's a math professor. He put a bunch of equations up on the board. It was like 1 + 2, and the first answer was 1 + 2 = 7. And it was 2 + 2 = 4, 3 + 2 = 5. And then at the end, he's like, what do you guys see in this equation? And everyone raised their hand, and they all said, the first answer is wrong. But nobody said all the rest of the answers are right. It doesn't matter how much you're doing right, and it's the same in the gym. It's like
you're right. And you know what's crazy? Like I didn't think about that. Like my mind is trained to look for those type of things. But you're right. Most people would focus on what was wrong.
And if you're coming into the gym and you're taking your measurements, let's say you're taking your measurements, you're taking pictures, and you're weighing yourself every single week. Your measurements are dropping, your pictures are changing, your body's looking better, but the weight stays the same.
Exactly.
What are you going to get hung up on? The weight, always. Always the one that's not changing, right? When you could be celebrating the fact that your body's changing, the measurements are going down.
You're sleeping better, you're having more energy, you're happier. It's so easy to focus on, you got a full tank of gas, your clothes are good, you have decent food in the morning.
You got a roof over your head.
You got a roof over your head, you're eating. Not saying that you should be happy with these very minimalistic things that we should all have, but at the same time, don't gripe about not having the Tropicana juice when you have whatever kind of juice is actually made there for you. Eventually get yourself to the space where you want to be by, like I said, writing it down, creating the proper visions, following through, becoming more consistent.
Being consistent. And that's, I love that Seth what up Seth, by the way, that Seth just said, still got your milk jug. He's one of the first guys that ever supported me when I started in business and started working out and stuff like that. And ever since the day I started, I had my bro jog.
Yeah.
I was drinking 4 liters of water almost every single day.
And that's funny because my cousin came by the other day and he was like, he goes, I was eating out of a Tupperware container. Yeah. And he goes, still eating out of a Tupperware container. And he's seen me. He's the first one to ever support me in business, support me in health. He was really, he's a really good, solid supporter that I have. One of the people that I didn't cut out in the Friends Cleanse.
Yeah.
And and he's just like, dude, I can't believe you still do that after like 9 years. I'm like, dude, what else would I do?
That's the difference.
Consistency literally creates character. If I was eating off a plate, he would be like, what's a plate? So it's really, really good to have those things that you do specifically, because people like for instance, like I had a client like, I gotta eat the same thing every day, and I'm like, you eat the same thing every day. So I was like, what do you eat when you go to McDonald's? Filet of fish and fries and da-da-da. And what do you get that's what I get every time. Well, you eat the same thing every time. What do you have for lunch? I have a granola bar. You have it every single day. You eat the same thing every day regardless. So one point that I like is it doesn't have to be all or nothing, okay?
Yeah.
Let it be something, okay? So like when I say all or nothing versus something, most people want to dive all in, right? They expend all their energy on getting all this done, but they can't get it all done, so they're disappointed. And then it immediately turns to nothing, right? Yeah. So make your list of something, you know what I mean? I'm going to not take the escalator. Yeah. I'm going to take the stairs from now on.
Yep. It's baby steps, man. The first time you jump in the pool, you're not going to dive straight into the deep end.
Yeah, not at all. Well, I did, and then I almost drowned, and then I never wanted to get in the pool again. Exactly. But that's literally what happens. Yeah. Dove in the deep end. First of all, I was on a water slide. I was like, oh, I'm killing this. Never even gotten a pool before. Now I'm in a water slide. I'm like, I'm going down, like I'm seeing everybody else do it. It looks super duper easy, just like watching YouTube videos of people working out, looking super duper easy. Got in there, literally got into the deep end. I thought I was gonna drown. It scared the hell out of me, and I never wanted to get in the pool for like 10 years. Yeah. That's what will happen to you in the gym, and that's what will happen to you in life. That's what happened to you in relationships. That will happen to you in every aspect of anything you do. You dive in the deep end, you have a bad experience, you never want to go back to it. And it just is what it is.
It's detrimental, man. Guys, so give us a call, 519-300-4031. We still got another 5 minutes left. Let us know what motivates you or what's killing you.
One of the things that really started helping me change my habits in the beginning was the moderate approach. Yeah. Okay, so like for instance, I used to, dude, like I was the cereal king. So like I had like Cocoa Puffs, Lucky Charms, Frosted Flakes. I'm not joking. This is literally what my cereal pantry looked like. Yeah. I just love sugar and milk. I just love the two, which I don't even drink milk anymore, and I don't even really eat sugar anymore either. So, so what I did was I bought some regular cornflakes and some Cheerios, and so one day I would eat my Cheerios, and then the next day I'd eat my Lucky Charms. And then the next day I'd eat my regular cornflakes. And then the next day I'd eat my Count Chocula. And then slowly but surely, I started to eat more of what was better for me because I started to feel better and crave less and less and less of the BS, right? So, just taking that moderate approach, like I said, doing 8 minutes on the Stairmaster or 8 minutes on an incline walk versus trying to start out at 30, 45, an hour, something that you're going to disappoint yourself by trying to do. Just give yourself that incremental increase. Give yourself a reward for the things that you've actually done. If you made it, people hitting my car is killing me. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know where that came from.
But the thing about it is like the reality of it is if you take your time, it's the tortoise and the hare, man. Yeah, so it's like, the hare was all fast. He thought he was live and he fell asleep before the finish line. Yeah. Tortoise was just walking. You know what I mean? He was literally just like, hey, this is my pace. Mm-hmm. I don't get slow. I don't get tired. I don't get demotivated. Yeah. I know I make it to the end, and he still beat the hare.
This is why kids are so much better than adults.
Yeah.
We learn everything as a kid. All these storybooks.
Yeah, they tell us everything.
It tells everything, and then we just forget it.
Yeah, or we
don't do it.
Yeah, I don't know what happens. I think that adulthood ruins us. Like, I think the unrealistic expectations, like kids want to draw, they believe in everything that they know what's right and wrong without having to really, like, their moral compass isn't being pushed too far north, south, east, or west. Yeah. It's like dead center where it should be. Mm-hmm. They're not being influenced. Like Dora the Explorer is like a educational cartoon. Like, you watch certain things, they're educational. They make the Magic School Bus. It makes you want to use your imagination and try new things. The older you get and the less accomplished you feel and the more out of shape you are and the more bad relationships you've had and the more backstabbing friends you've dealt with and all that starts to take a toll on you. When you're a little kid, if somebody pushes you in your school, you're like, you're not my friend, and you just walk away and you never play with them again. And nothing ever would ever stop you or make you want to go back to being that person's friend who mistreated you. When you're an adult, you crave acceptance so much, it demotivates you to live the life that you actually should. Like I said, you push Sally on this playground, she's like, you're not my friend, goes grabs a piece of paper, starts drawing by herself. She doesn't care if you're a friend or not.
No worries in the world.
Kids are that's why I try to stay a kid. Seriously.
Okay, so Candy said, can you give advice about how much time should be spent in the gym per day and per week? No.
I'm so glad you actually said that because and that's one of the things, Candy. People want a cookie cutter answer.
Yeah.
Like there's not a everybody answer. It's like, how many hours a week do you work? What's your level of motivation to hit your goals? How much time can you allot to actually spending in the gym?
What's your level of fitness?
What's your level of fitness? What's your level of commitment? That's something that we don't even talk about. You know what I mean? And so, you know, if you were to come in, Candy, and we were able to actually sit down with you and go over what your daily life is.
She actually joined she's in the 28-day challenge.
Oh, so you're gonna learn a lot. Yeah, you're gonna get all that. Yeah, you're about to get all that information right now. That's why the 28-day challengers only come 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And if they want to come more, we give them the ability. They have a gold gym membership. They can bring a friend. They can do other classes. They can do anything. Or they can learn to chill out and let their bodies start to get used to what they're actually doing. If you never drank liquor before, then you drink a whole bottle of it. What do you think's actually going to happen to you?
You'll die.
So it's the same thing with fitness. You will die if you try to overdo it in the beginning, and you'll never want to do it again. Which I probably should make my son drink a whole bottle of liquor. Anyway, maybe you'll never want to do it again, or never start in the first place. So yeah, guys, how much time we got left?
That's basically, we're all out of time.
Okay.
So guys, make sure you click that link in the description. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for Flex TV on YouTube. We'll be going live only from there very soon. We're almost at that 200 subscriber mark. We'll also be doing a giveaway for those 200 people. So make sure you get into that.
Next episode is supplements making you stupid? You guys make sure you stay tuned for that one. That one's going to be good.
Yeah, that's going to be really good. Guys, don't get lost in the sauce.
Because the whole entire world is.